Hey, welcome back to the channel. So that's how you do that. If you're new to my channel, my name is Joe Latender. I want to say welcome. I'm glad to have you here. Today we're going to be talking about some tools that the pros are all using, but tools the DIYers seem to refuse to buy. Why? Because they're trying to save money. I get it. The whole reason why you're doing this is, well, some of you are doing it because you just want to. You like to do things like this. But deep down, we're all trying to save a buck, right? Trying to save some money. Average plank installations, what? 600 to 900 square feet. A lot of them are bigger, some of them are smaller. If you had it professionally done, the installer or the flooring company is going to charge you probably a minimum of $3 a square foot for install. So if we do 900 square feet, it's $2,700. That's a lot of money to save. Didn't include the demo, add in another 500 for that, maybe more, depends what they find. When they pull your carpet out or whatever, there might be some floor prep. We don't know what the expense is going to be. Could be $4,000. Let's just say $3,000. We'll just keep it at that $3,000. So if you are spending or saving $3,000, 10% of that is $300. Do you think it would be wise to buy some tools with that $300 to help the job go easier? One of the problems that many DIYers are having out there are they can't get the plank to go together. And if it even seems like it's together, it's not. It gaps or it comes apart. One of the worst things that could happen to you is you go through all the effort, moving the furniture, tearing out all the floors, prepping everything. Then we start the install. You get going on the install and you can't get the plank together right. So you start putting the plank together. Then you run into a wall and you have a small little piece because you didn't put any planning into it, didn't know about planning, didn't know there was a tool to use for planning to make it really simple. Now you're trying to go through a door to avoid a transition. Can't get through the door because I didn't have the plank land in the doorway. It wraps around both sides of the door. Make a super difficult install for you, especially when you've never done this before. There's all sorts of things. Around the doors, around the kitchen cabinets, you didn't slide the plank underneath some things, so it looks tacky. Now you gotta try to trim it or butter it up with some caulk. You got a bunch of ugly gapping going around the door jambs. Ugly. It says DIY did it. Didn't know what I was doing, did it. That's not what you want to do. You want to put a little planning in this. Now you get everything done, even if it did go nice, put it all back together, put the trim back on, move the furniture back in. Life's been interrupted for a week or two now. A couple weeks later, after everything's good, start to notice there's a plank coming apart right in the middle of the floor. Now the only way to fix that is take all the furniture out again, take the trim off, pull the plank apart, get the plank back together. You don't want that to happen to you. That is the worst thing that can happen to you. And if you get a few tools that will help you, make sure you're putting the plank together correctly. Make sure you're not damaging it while you're putting it together. Everything's seating together perfectly. There's a couple other tools that you can use to help you with the layout and also to make it look good around door jambs. We're going to talk about those right now. So just keep in mind, for example, if you're painting, you're not just going to go paint your whole house with a brush. You're going to buy a roller too, right? You want the proper tools and vice versa. You're not just going to buy a roller and no brush. You got to buy the $30 brush to do the cutting in around all the edges, the doors, right? Don't skip out. There's a couple of things that you also don't want to skip out when you're installing vinyl plank, and that's a tapping block. You want to get a good tapping block. Something similar to this. Something that you can use to put the plank together. Something that is going to give you that extra finesse to make sure that the plank is going to go together correctly, seat properly, and isn't going to gap and come apart on you later on because you didn't get it locked together correctly. Also, you want to make sure you get one of these that actually does the job for you. Now, I promise you, pretty much guarantee you that you go to any of the big box stores, the tapping blocks that they're selling aren't one that an installer is going to buy. No pro is going to buy that. It's cheap. They make them look nice and pretty. make you feel like, oh, I got that. You're gonna get the kit. The kit that they sell comes with a tapping block, comes with some spacers. Get the kit, don't get the kit. Stay away from the kit. Find something with some good quality. This is called the plank hammer. An installer designed this. The handle was the most important thing. You can grab it in different ways, get some really good finesse. Can also use brute force with this. Weighs about 1.5 pounds. Easy to use. The handle fits just about any size hand. Really nice tool. Makes the plank go together easily. The installer was me. Call me biased. But this is a great tool to use. This is why I designed it. There's others out there. If this isn't the one that you get something. You're gonna wanna have some sort of tapping block to help you get through your project. Now let's talk about another tool that's gonna help you put the plank together. You're working through the room, you're coming up to the outside wall. You need to get that plank in. You can't get the tapping block in there. What are you gonna do? Going into a kitchen underneath a cabinet. You come to the toe kick. Can't get the tapping block in there. Can't get a pry bar in there. What else are you gonna do? Can't use your fingers. This is where a pull bar comes into play. Now this is something that you're gonna use in the areas where you can't use a tapping block. You wanna make sure you get a good heavy duty pull bar. The one that they sell in those kits at the big box stores, they feel like they're made of tin, they bend easy, they have no bulk to them. Even if you smack them as hard as you can, they don't do anything. They're not good tools. Make sure you get something that's good and heavy duty. This is called the plank puller. I also sell this. Great tool. Can be used as a pry bar. This is gonna do the job. Weighs about 3.5 pounds. Gonna be able to get your plank in using this. Get yourself a good pull bar. Before you even start, you wanna do a little planning. You wanna figure out where the small pieces are gonna be. And if you wanna adjust that first plank that you put in to a different size instead of just a full plank to avoid a small piece over here. If you have an inch piece over on this side, and on this side you're starting with a full plank, well, if you cut an inch off of that plank, now you have a 2-inch piece over here instead of 1 inch. You can cut 2 inches off of this side. Now you have a 3-inch piece over here. Get what I'm saying? You can shrink your very first piece to grow another piece somewhere else in the room. There's an easy way to do that. And that is called the Layout Buddy. This is a blank tape measure that is customizable to your size plank. You just draw marks on it. Makes it really easy to go find your pieces. Here's one that I marked up. I already have a plank size on here. Yes, you can use a tape measure. This makes it super easy. Most plank is made, where do you think it's made? Most of it is made in China or some other country overseas. What do they use over there? The metric system. What do we use? The standard measuring system, which does not line up with the metric system. Nothing is right on our tape measures for their plank. Now there are some planks made in America that use standard measurements. Those are great, but it doesn't happen often. I doubt you're gonna buy that plank. Most of that is a glue down commercial type plank. I hardly see it. It's good to use something like this. Really good tool, making things super easy for you to be able to figure out your layout. You want your plank also to land in doorways if you don't want to use transitions. Land in doorways so that you don't have a struggle getting through the doorway. Look, there's some installation videos I have out there. There's one that I'm gonna leave. Here's a link for it right here. I'll also put it in the description. If there's any video that you watch, if you wanna do it yourself, at least watch that one. Should watch a couple more. I have lots of them on just about everything that you can find that would be in your installation. I'll have a video for you on. Just go check my channel out, but make sure you do a little planning, which includes watching some videos on how to do it. Learn some tricks from some pros so it's not hard. We don't want hard, we want easy. At least easier. A spacer. Now this spacer sits flat. Here's the wall, sits flat. It isn't gonna fall over like the ones you get in that pretty little kit you get from the big box store. This one sits flat, makes it nice and durable or sturdy, so you can build a good foundation to work off of. It's not going to move, your plank's not going to come apart. It also is pretty cool because if you have crooked walls, crooked cuts, expansion joints that are different sizes, this adjusts just by turning this wheel. It adjusts in and out. These spacers are amazing. Almost every pro is going to have this. And if they don't, it's because they don't know about them yet. No one's using those spacers that are coming in that pretty little kit that you get from the big box store. The ones that stand straight up against the wall. When you push the plank, they fall over. Then you get some genius ideas out there on YouTube where, oh, I'll tape that on the wall with some blue tape. That's not going to work. You got a gap at the bottom of your sheetrock there. What's it going to do? It's going to push into the gap. It doesn't work. You don't want to fight this. You want this to be easier. Jam saw, oscillating saw. This is a tool. If you don't own one, you should own one. You'll use it for so many other things. You want to undercut all of your door jambs. You want to slide the plank under those door jambs to make it look nice, make it look professionally done. We don't want people to walk in our house and see a big gaps around the door jambs, and right away they're going to know, yep, Fred did that. You don't want that. You want to undercut. Use an oscillating saw. This is a tool that you must have. Also in kitchens, there's things that you can cut around in kitchens, around cabinets and stuff, partitions, things like that. Slide the plank under so you don't have to trim around those things. It makes it easier. That's what we're looking for, is easier, right? Now, there's a few tools right there that is all you would need to do a plank job. Now, you probably have a utility knife. Get yourself a good quality utility knife, one with a stationary blade. You're probably going to need it. Okay? Make sure you have a good utility knife. And if you're interested in getting some knee pads, I've got to tell you, I know these look old and beat up. Best knee pads I've ever bought. You'll never buy another pair. You got inch of foam here. Everything on here is replaceable. You can order and replace any part on this knee pad. Last pair of knee pads you'll ever buy. If you have bad knees, bad back, an inch of foam, you can even get 2 inches. These knee pads are amazing. Worth every penny. I use them for everything. Everything. And maybe your 10% that you're trying to save is a little bit more than the $300. Maybe you want to add a couple other funky tools to your mix here and get yourself a shear, a plank shear, where you can have it right next to you and make all of your cuts without getting up and down, up and down, up and down. You can get those for a pretty reasonable price. I'll leave links to all of this below. You can go right to my site, check out these tools. I actually have a really good deal on a combo kit and also what I would call the perfect 3 with all 3, the plank puller, plank hammer, and the layout buddy. So you can go and check that out. If you have to change a starter on your car because it breaks down, you're not going to use a pliers. You might try, you're going to fail. It's not going to work. What do you need? You need a ratchet and a socket, right? If you don't have one, you're probably going to run and go get one. It's the same thing. It's no different. You need the right tools. Don't compromise your installation and how much easier you can make it also by not investing in a few tools. If you decide that you want to do this yourself, you can do it. Watch a couple of videos. You got it. There's nothing to fear. You can definitely do this. And if you have any questions, ask here. I also do have a website that is a membership site. If you want some coaching, you can come and talk to me. I'll help you through it. I'll help you with plank direction. I'll help you with where to start. I'll help you with any questions you have. I'll even walk you through step by step what you need to do for your installation, customized steps. It's called Plank Boot Camp. It's on my website. Also have a deal on that. Come and check it out. All right. I'm down in a basement right now Working on it, doing a bunch of tile demo, getting ready to install a gravity floor. That's one of the next videos that I'm going to be posting on my site, is the tile demo part. We're going to work through this project. I'm going to post all the videos on it. I'm excited because I haven't done a gravity floor for you guys before. I know I've gotten a few comments on people waiting to see it. It's really a great floor. Can't wait to share with you how easy it really is to do that. That's coming up in the next month and a half. That's what I'm going to be working on, going through the steps of this. So anyway, my name's Joe the Tender. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button so you can be notified, and hit that like button. I appreciate you, and I hope to see you soon. I just want to pray. Father God, I pray that you bless everybody who's watching, Lord. I pray you bless them and their family. I pray that you're with them during their projects, Lord, and that you help them through it. And also, Lord, just put some protection up for them so that life doesn't get in the way while they're trying to finish their project, Lord. I pray that they can get their projects done in a timely manner, and that they feel your presence through the entire thing and after, Lord. I praise you for them, and I pray in Jesus' name. Again, my name's Joe the Tender. I'll see you on the next video. Have a great day.